We are back. Oh no. Technical difficulties. Here he comes. Alright, first thing, notice this is a pencil, not a pen. I'm going to set it down, no clicking. So we are glad to be back. I think the first video was a hit. No one made any death threats, talked about my kid stinks, anything like that. So, what about you?
Yeah, I think it was good. Plenty of good feedback. Last night, I believe I posted a quick little interview I did with Ben Barton on the rankings thread, so go check that out. Yes, I think we got a few things fixed here, a little nicer setup. Don't have any kids running around right now, or any admin people yelling at us, so I think we're good. Start off a couple of announcements we're going to do here. First, want to do a shout out for the Coaches Association, October 2nd and 3rd, the annual Coaches Clinic. So all the coaches, parents, wrestlers need to be getting on your coaches. Make sure they get signed up. It's always a good event. Friday night they do Hall of Fame induction, have a nice dinner. Always a great speaker. This year the speaker is Tom Ryan from Ohio State, national championship coach. I'm sure any coach would love to go and hear him speak. I've heard he's a great speaker. Wrestling, outside of wrestling, no matter what he's doing, I've always heard great feedback about Tom Ryan. So, and then all day Saturday there's always good technique sessions and just different things for coaches to learn. I know Tom Ryan's doing a session on Saturday as well. So, encourage all the coaches to get signed up for that again, October 2nd and 3rd. So, pretty much block that weekend off, and then let Brandon finish his announcement.
Wow, last year, what did Jordan did the clinic?
He's been there for last year was Rulon Gardner was there.
Right, year before he brought Jordan down and Bo.
Yeah.
So here it is. Here's a big announcement. We posted it, and it seemed like, the thing is, we've reached out to so many people that I'm surprised no one spilled the beans, but here it is. So after the Coaches Clinic, October 4th, we are going to do the first All-Star Classic. Basically behind the ideal of flow, kind of their idea of who's number one, but it's not technically who's number one because they're just rankings that we put down on paper. Majority of the ones that are on there now are based on last year. I know there's going to be people growing, there's going to be guys getting a lot better, some guys getting worse. I used to be a coach that always said, you're either getting better or getting worse. So I guess, the season is right around the corner. So the ideal behind this on October 4th, 3 p.m. at John Harden. And we'd like to thank Josh Johnson for making that happen. He found a place for us. And here's what we're doing. We have 13 matches coming. And it is 13 matches of all the kids that we want to see wrestle. How it actually happened, we came up with the idea of, one, getting the state excited about wrestling, about some event. There's been a little bit of chatter on Kentucky wrestling, but the idea of posting that out there is just get some excitement. Get people checking the website, wondering what it is. And I think this event, we have, who's our sponsorship by?
Wrestling Addicts. They do a lot of gear based in Michigan. Probably seen some kids wearing stuff if they did well at the Grand River Fall Classic or the Grand River Rumble. They have some nice stuff.
So that's our sponsorship. Here's the idea behind this. We are going to get all the kids singlets. They will be there. It'll be just one event, 13 matches in a row. We have every weight class except heavyweight. The issue we had there is trying to find a couple top guys. Landon Young was the first name that came to mind. He's obviously heavily involved in football. So sorry big guys, but we don't have a heavyweight. So what we'd like to do at this point is we're going to give you 2 matchups. So we'll have a matchup for each weight class. There is a weight allowance. The weight allowance is going to be 5 pounds. So today we're going to give you 2. And our hope is when we post this on Kentucky Wrestling, we'd like to see some people get some talk going. These two matchups are premier matchups, and at this point we're waiting for a few calls. We'd like to give them all to you, but we want to do a couple at a time just to get the website going and get people talking before the season.
Yeah, I mean, this is, you know, the idea is great season kickoff, get some of the top couple kids at every weight class. Do a couple things. One, everybody wants some of those matchups are just matches you want to see. During the season, they may or may not happen. You know, some teams never see each other, never get a chance to match up till you get to the state tournament. So this is a way you can get some kids out there. It's not going to count on anybody's record. It's just a big kind of exhibition match. But you get to see the top kids go. So we've thrown out a ton of invitations to some of the top guys. Some have declined, so I'm sure some people are going to immediately feedback, man, we want to see X versus Z, and it just can't happen because one of those kids is not going to be there. So we're progressing and sending out some other invitations again that we're still waiting on. We've got a number of matchups already set, and again, we'll just let those out every couple days, and so let's just go ahead and kick off. First matchup we're going to announce tonight is at 1:13. We have Tylen Tucker against Michael Maddox. So Tylen Tucker from Woodford County and Michael Maddox from Harrison County going to kind of set us straight on who's the top guy at 1:13. Last round of rankings, Maddox was #1. We still had Tucker. I think he was #1 at 106 at the time. So Tucker's moving up. He's growing a little bit, put on some weight. I think he's going to be at 1:13, and this will kind of set us straight going into the season. Who is the top guy right there?
It will be a good one. The size-wise, he just mentioned Tucker. I thought the idea was he would make it back down to 6, but he is finally catching up to that long, lanky frame. So my thought is at 1:13, Maddox is a big kid. He was up here 2 months ago we did that Matt Brown wrestling camp, and he was here wrestling. He's a good sized kid. So I think this is in concrete. This will be our 13-pound weight class, and it should be a good one. I'm sure there'll be some talk online of who's going to win, who's going to do that. I don't know if I'm prepared to pick winners of these matches, but it's going to be a solid match. So I'm excited to see that one. Both great kids, had a chance to be around Michael Maddox. Very polite, hardworking kid. So.
Yeah, it should be. It is one that's kind of tough to pick. Actually, both those kids were here at the Matt Brown camp, and I don't know that I saw him actually go at it. But as far as credentials, Tucker's only had one high school state tournament last year. He was 3rd at 106. Was a pretty dominant middle school wrestler coming into last season. He gave Saul a run for his money at 106 last year. Maddox is a 2-time placer. Was placer 2 years ago at 106, and then last year wrestled really tough at the state tournament at 113. Gave Tucker Hurst a good match, and then battled back in the consos to beat, oh goodness, for 5th and 6th, he beat a guy from St. X.
We'll remember when we hit stop on this video, so you guys were probably there, and someone can probably post, hey, you beat so-and-so. So, all right.
So 2-time placer, and it should be a good one that I think will be an exciting match.
Jason will be taking bets at the tournament, so we'll probably put a bracket together, like an NCAA bracket, and he'll be in the back taking bets. So, all right, next matchup. This is one I'm very excited about. This one. He talked about before. We reached out to a ton of people. We had some situations. I'm not going to go down names, but you know, there was some kids that, you know, even when we did first rankings, we were talking about, oh gosh, can't wait to see this matchup, that matchup, and you know, for whatever reason, it didn't work out. I'm not gonna sit here. It is what it is, and I think that there's a few lineups, you know, as far as these matches that we really wanted to see, and it's not gonna be able to happen. But I'm pretty excited about the ones that are for sure. As of right now, the 160-pound weight class is going to be fun to watch. We have Max Andrioni from Woodford County taking on Andrew Ackley from Nelson County. Obviously, these guys have been around for a while. As far as the names, everybody knows them. I think with Max, he lost last year in the state finals against Blanton. Andrew Ackley took second to our guy Barton, who was just here about 15 minutes ago, sweating him, so gotta love Ben Barton. Andrew Ackley's multiple placer. Max has placed twice, 8th grade year he placed, 9th grade year he had the mystery ringworm that popped up, which, by the way, the ringworm thing, I have to say this now that we actually have a camera to talk about. At the state tournament, the guy has a little tiny spot that's going to be covered by a singlet. What's the difference? You know, put some Lamisil on it the next day. That really bugs me. So, anyways, this matchup should be phenomenal. Max is a beast. I have an opportunity to see Max quite a bit. Matter of fact, I saw him last Saturday when we pulled up in the driveway and he was out mowing grass. So, good kid, hard worker. So, he hopped off his tractor and then ran, I don't know, about 4 miles uphill with us. So, it was good to see Max. I know some other kids have been like, no, but he did it. And Ackley is one guy that I actually joke about. We all remember youth wrestling, and you know, half the youth teams, they show a head and arm, that's all the kid does, and then by the time he's in high school, he's getting murdered because he can't hit anything else but a silly head and arm. And Andrew Ackley has just the nastiest head and arm I've ever seen in my life. And so he is the one exception where I was like, oh my God, don't teach a kid that move. And he is a monster when it comes to it. So I think both these kids are physical kids. It's gonna be a war, I think. So one of the most exciting matchups we have so far.
Yeah, it should be a good one. Another one to kind of settle who's the top guy at that weight class. I actually got to see both these guys wrestle in Fargo. It was fun. Yeah, so it will be definitely, I think, kind of a clash of styles. We'll get to settle who is the top guy at 160. Again, two really experienced kids, multiple time state placers. They've proven they can battle with the best, and okay, we'll see who the top guy is. So again, we'll be putting out a couple more of these in the next few days. Give you a few more matchups. Hopefully, you guys can throw out some comments, what you think about the matchups, and maybe some guys you hope are there. And then again, I'll put out another plug for Wrestling Addicts. Again, they're going to sponsor this thing, help us out with singlets and gear for the kids. Again, make it kind of a win-win for those guys to be invited and be a part of this first event. Hopefully, it's real successful, and we do this every year to kick off the season and get everybody excited about what's coming up.
So, for anyone we've reached out to that is on the fence about coming to this event, I just come wrestle. I don't, as far as that's all I'm going to say about it. So, it's going to be exciting. You guys have the dates. We will try to stop rambling on here, but I think for the state itself, we joked with all the kids, told them they can pick their entry music. We'll see if we can, fire some music up, and so maybe that would be fun too. Maybe you guys with these matchups, what would Tyler and Tucker's intro music be? I have no idea. Would it be rap? Would it be rock? Would it be country? I don't know. And the same with Ackley and Andrioni. So it should be. We're excited about it. And hopefully everybody gets behind this. It should be a fun event. So
Yeah, so definitely mark that on your calendar again, October 4th, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, that's a Sunday. John Hardin's a pretty central location, whether you are in Union County or Johnson County. Hopefully you can find a way to be there and see some great wrestling.
All right. Well, thank you, folks. We'll see you soon.